how to stay safe on internet, how to safe browse on internet, how to make sure that software, a web application, a mobile application is safe to install or not, a website is safe to open or not, whether we will get a virus when we open that website or not. These are some of the questions which many of you have been asking. So today we will start a series in which I will be explaining these questions. So this will be the first part today. I think it is very important, especially after these updates, these security incidents recently. And past few years, we have also observed about ransomware and many other attacks. So let me explain without wasting time. Step number one, whenever we receive a link, we have to make sure that what are we opening. So you can hover your mouse and on the right, on the lower left corner or right corner, you would see, depending on the browser, that it will show us the preview that what we are going to open. Let me leave my mouse in here, my cursor in here, leave my mouse here on some button, on some picture, some hyperlink. So it shows usually what are we going to open. So you have to observe and make sure that if the link looks suspicious, do not open it. So this is first thing. And then another thing could be, let's say you receive this kind of link from someone. Let's say you receive facebook.com. I can copy this facebook.com, these two words, and let me delete these two, and I paste them here. So if I ask you the question, is there any difference between this one and this one? So you can ask yourself as well, is there any difference when you see online? Is there any difference between the first link and the second link, right? So let me show you quickly. So if I copy this link and I paste in my web browser, it is going to open facebook.com, right? This is a real website. But if I copy the second link and I try to paste in the same browser in here, you can see that it is not going to facebook.com. It is opening something else. So what's the problem? What's the difference? While we look, let me zoom in. While we look, they look 100% same, but I have replaced some ASCII characters in the background. Let me copy again, copy and delete. And as soon as we paste in here, you can see even here it is showing us that it is not facebook.com, it is accent dash dash fabk, something like that. So if we open, it is going to open some other link. So what a hacker is going to do, a hacker will just register this domain name and he will send you this link on this website. He will place, which is very easy thing, he will place a form you will fill. It will look 100% like original Facebook, original Instagram, whatever he has prepared for you, and you will enter the username and password, and then it will go to the hacker. So this is one of the common mistake which you guys have to avoid. Whenever you open these kind of links, you have to make sure what are you going to open. Sometime it might look like facebook.com, might be this O is sometime like this. These are very easy and obvious, but what I showed you, even they look 100% same, but when you paste somewhere, then you would see that it is going somewhere else. Even when you try to hover your mouse over that, then it will also show you the preview. So you have to be a little bit aware. So this session of today is not only for cybersecurity engineers, it is for everyone. You guys have to be aware of these issues so that you can stay safe, right? And there is something, let me show you guys as well, that how to prepare these kind of links. These are called as homoglyphs. Homoglyph type attacks or homoglyph based attacks are something which the hackers they use. So here, for example, if you want to create a homoglyph of Facebook or you want to create a homoglyph of LinkedIn, right? So you will type here linkedin.com. Let me zoom in. And out of these characters, you will replace one or two characters. So instead of LinkedIn, you can type this I, and then it will look 100% same. But then whenever somebody will try to open, then it will open this linkedin.com and then he will go somewhere else. The browser extension and detect this one. Also, you can replace this I with this one and you can keep on looking in here. Some of the characters might change the appearance a little bit, but some of them they will look 100% same. So in this way, the hackers, they can create these kind of links for us, and then they can send us these homoglyphs of the original ones. So there would be some E which would look 100% same as the original one, which will not change the this one, for example. Now this website is no more LinkedIn. If somebody copies this one and he sends to you, you will see it as linkedin.com, but as soon as you open, it is going to open x and dash dash linkedin dash bhg.com. Why? Because we replaced some ASCII characters in the background, and somebody will register this domain, he will attack on you like this, right? So you have to be aware of these kind of attacks. I will paste this one. This is called Iron Geek. There are many other databases where you can create, or you can also create yourself in Word, PowerPoint, or Excel as well. Okay, another thing which you guys have to make sure is you always have to use the updated version of a renowned browser. Don't go for any Chinese browser. Don't go for anything, even if they tell you that you will get credits, you will get amount, you will get this. Please don't go for those kind of things, right? Always go with Chrome, Safari, Firefox, or Edge browser. These kind of famous, and always keep them up to date. You have to go here, and then you have to make sure that your browser is updated. So you have to go to the setting. Inside the setting, you have to go here, safety check, click on security. So you have to make sure all your security checks are proper and update, and from time to time you have to make sure your privacy and security is up to date. Maybe there is a backdoor, maybe there is a virus who will try to change the default settings. So if you see any change, any major issue, then it means there is some issue with your computer. You have to, and then you also have to check the security of the browser. You always have to use the secure browsers. Also, there are some browsers which you guys might know. It is called AVG browser extension, or you can also install AVG browser as well. Which AVG is a company which prepares antivirus and all of that, a security company. So you can also use their browser as well. You can download from here. It is based on Chrome as well, but it is an extension of Chrome. Or you can download some extensions of the browsers as well inside the browser also. Okay, another thing which you guys have to make sure is that, let me close everything, is that always make sure that the website you are opening always starts with HTTPS, not HTTP. There is a common misconception with HTTPS and HTTP, which is that many of the people, they think that whenever they are opening HTTPS, okay, now they are 100% secure. This is not the case. HTTPS means that the connection between you and the website server, your provider, and you as a client, the connection between you guys is 100% secure, or 99%, or whatever guarantee they give you. So the connection is secure, but it does not mean that they are the legitimate website which you are trying to open. There are many phishing websites which start with HTTPS. They can just download a certificate and place on the server, very easy. So change from HTTP to HTTPS, but at least it makes sure that the connection between you and your server is secure, which means if anybody is able to sniff your data, to capture your data on the way, he will not be able to see what is inside, because packets will be captured. Like I showed you in my last video, I showed you with Wireshark, where we captured the data, and inside the packets you would see that there is TLS, which means transport layer security, which was hiding our data. So even we were successful in capturing the data, but we were not able to see what is inside. So that is the role of HTTPS. Please do not think that HTTPS means that website is secure. HTTPS means your connection is secure with the server. Okay, so but at least make sure that third party is not able to capture your data. So always use HTTPS website, and even if it is HTTPS, you don't know whether this is google.com original or not. So you have to click on this button and then click on the certificate. Inside the certificate, you have to see to whom it was issued, by whom, which CA certificate authority it was issued, from when to when, all the detail, everything. I made another video about certificates. You guys can go through it as well, that how security certificates work. So this is something you guys have to make sure always. And always keep your Windows Defender, your antivirus software. If you are using a third party, I always use AVG usually, so make sure it is always running. Do not disable it. Sometime when you are downloading pirated software, they tell you to disable it temporarily. Never do it. Why? Because it might bypass and create a backdoor in your system. So in future, hackers will be able to see whatever you are doing the day. They will keep on watching, because usually, you know what we think that, okay, if my computer has been compromised, it will destroy my Windows immediately. This is not the case. Most of the hackers, 90 to 99% hackers, what they do, they create a backdoor in your system. They keep on watching, right? So they stay patient, and the day you enter your credit card or whatever information they are interested in, your Facebook, Instagram account, at that day they steal your information. And even after that, because they do not have interest, they are not earning anything by destroying your Windows. So don't think that if your operating system, your Windows is running normally, it means you are safe, right? So you always have to make sure your antivirus and Windows Defender is on. Okay, you guys can also use, some of the guys were asking that how to make sure that I got a software, how to make sure that it is safe or not. So there are many other databases, but what I prefer is the Virustotal. So you're here because this is a database of many antivirus databases. So it is a database of databases. Whenever you have a software, for example, let's say you have a software which is this one, and you want to check that whether this software is legitimate or not, right? So you go to downloads. After downloading, you guys can check. Let's say I want to check this one, IP message is a software. Open it and upload on this one. If it's a small size software, then here it will check everything whether this one is good or not. You can also do the same thing, right click and check with the antivirus, but that will be only one antivirus company based analysis. But here you can see it has checked with 66 virus databases, 66 virus companies, antivirus companies. So this is more broader. Also, you can check a link. Let's say there is a link, there is a database, I hope you guys know, which is called as fish tank, right? So fish tank tells us everything about the phishing attempts which are happening actually at the moment, right? So search by targeted brand. Let me give you an example of PayPal. So here it shows us that how many phishing websites are there with the name of the PayPal. So I know one. Let me give you that exact example. This one, paypal.uk-activation, right? So this was flagged on 16th of April. So if I submit this one, let's say somebody has sent me the link. Before opening this kind of link, what I am required to do, I should go here, go to the URL, paste it here, and just paste the URL without HTTPS, and then it will check for us whether this URL is a problematic URL or not. So you can see out of 87 databases, 18 have flagged it already. The remaining will also flag slowly because those might not be so much active. So this one, Avira, CleanMX, MCSoft, GData, Kaspersky is a company, Sophos is a company for antivirus, and all GData, all of them, they are saying that it is a phishing and malware or malicious website. Do not open it. You can go to the detail, it shows you everything as well. So this is very useful database. Also, there is Google database as well. So Google Safe Browsing, I hope you guys know about it. Google Safe Browsing. So you guys can go here, and inside GSB you guys can also check the same thing, but this is only one database. Actually, you can see it is not collection, while Virustotal is a collection of many databases. So better you go with Virustotal or any other database. You just have to make sure that you are not falling the victim of any attack, right? Another thing, many people they were saying also, another thing here, if you will try to open it, if Google already knows about it, then it will say that the site is deceptive. So never try to bypass this one, although you can still click here, visit this site, but never try to do that. Okay, many other guys, they were also saying that I opened a website which was looking 100% safe, and there were security badges confirmations as well, just like this one. It says powered by DigiCert and Norton as well. So this is just a picture, you know. I can place this picture on my computer. You can also place your picture. You can see view image in the new. So this is just a picture. You can place this picture. I can place this picture. You guys have to go to Norton if you really want to verify whether this is certified by Norton or not, and then check over there instead of just relying on them, whatever they are showing. So never believe on these badges. Always check yourself, right? Also, another thing, when a website is a phishing website or a wrong website, you will see so many flashes, so many bad pictures, you know, porn pictures, and so many different things. So many pop-ups will open. So from the look and feel of the website, you can also identify that this is not a legitimate website. So try to avoid that kind of these kind of websites, right? Also, what you can do is you can also check if you think that your computer has already been compromised, right? So what you can do, you can open up your command prompt, and inside the command prompt you can check using netstat that how many connections are active at the moment. So you can say netstat and help. It shows you different options for the netstat. Let me use netstat -a for all connections. So here you can see all my active connections. This is my local host, and then this one is remote host. After some time it will also show me some outside host. So this one you can see there is a connection on port 1112 and port 1128 from my local IP address. This is my local IP, or you can say 127.0.0.1, which is loopback of my local. It has a connection with 51.103.5.159. So if you want to check what is this, go here, IP location finder. You can go for this one, or you can open up this IP directly in your browser if it opens up or not, right? So you go here, and then it tells you that okay, this one belongs to an ISP called Microsoft Limited. Or you can also go for WHOIS lookup. WHOIS lookup. This is one word, sorry. WHOIS lookup. And then inside the WHOIS lookup, you can also check that this domain belongs to who, right? So you can click on the lookup, and it says not a robot. Hopefully, no captation. Failed to perform Lucas, query not supported. Okay, they are saying with the name they can support. So we can also run a service, another CMD in here, and we can say we want to know the naming server. So we can say NS lookup of this IP address. So now it is telling me that Wi-Fi dot what dot Wi-Fi non-existent domain. So it looks like this one is some internal process, and it belongs to Microsoft as well. Then we can also check for other processes for other connections as well. Here you can see I have a connection with JNB02. This is Johannesburg server or something. So this is how, if you see something suspicious here, you can kill that process, or you can check the detail. There is also something which is called as TCP View. This is a utility from Microsoft. This one. And also, whenever you are opening a website or an application or installing it, then you need to see verified publisher. Who is that? Whether it's Microsoft or which one. So TCP View shows us the same netstat information, but in more good way, in proper way. So here we can check that which application is running on our system. Let's say this one is Chrome. Of course, we know. Let's see something suspicious like search app, right? So we click here, process properties, and this is telling us that this is an application which belongs to Microsoft Corporation, and it is inside Windows system app Windows. So if you think this is a system process or it's an application which you have installed, then it's fine. But if you think it's not, then you right click and click on this kill process or close connection. Also, if you want to check, you can click on WHOIS lookup. It will look up for you as well, and it will show the same information which we were doing manually as well. So here you can run the WHOIS, and WHOIS will tell us that to whom does it belong to, right? So it is telling us that it belongs to Amazon aws.com, and this is domain. These are their naming server. This is domain status and everything. So this is called as TCP View. I would recommend every security engineer to have this one. This is very small and directly from Microsoft. Also, you can click turn on this resolve address, then it will resolve the DNS IP addresses for you as well. You can see here now there are names. If I remove it, then there are IP addresses instead of names, these ones, like this and like this, right? And you can also turn on turn off your filters based on IPv6 or IPv4, so you can also take an advantage of TCP view. So these are some of the security measures, like I said. So we will try to make more videos. I will try to take more videos. I don't want to make long videos which becomes difficult to watch and difficult to follow as well. So we will make it like a series. So I will post the next one for this series as well soon. So you guys can write in the comments as well if you have any questions. Also, another recommendation before we close, it would be that if you are making payment to someone, I would suggest that do not rely only on the basic things. You should go with WHOIS lookup. You should go with archive.org. There is also Nessus. So last time when we went through the practical scenario, this is my Kali Linux and this is my victim machine. So last time I showed you that how can an attacker attack a victim machine and destroy their operating systems, how they can hack their passwords, how they can do all the things, all the offensive attacks using Kali Linux and those basic security tools as well. I hope you guys remember that. So next time we will also go through it. Also, there are many reconnaissance, many footprinting tools as well for information gathering. You guys can try those ones. For example, you can use Multigo. It's a graphical user interface. There is Nmap. There is a community version for Multigo. There is Nessus. There is NetDiscover. So you guys can use many of them. Also, if you are making payment to someone, I would suggest do not make online payment, only give them a call, because usually they make a temporary website, and from WHOIS lookup from archive.com you can see a copy that how was this website looking 5 years ago, 2 years ago. So if it's a legitimate website, of course it is going to stay for long time. Usually phishing websites, they create the websites and then they leave those websites as well. So these are some of the security tips which are very important. You need to, as a security engineer, you need to educate your users, because users, your employees, they are the weakest link between you and hacking. So hackers always try to ride on them. They always try to bluff them, especially the guys who click on every link. So never click on every link unless it is really for you. Also, do not open every email, otherwise you might fall the target of phishing, which I showed you last time, where you get a link from Facebook. It looks 100% real like Facebook. It will look like from facebook.com, but as soon as you click on it, then it is going to take you to another page which will also look like Facebook. You enter your things and then everything gone. So thank you guys for watching. So hope this will be informative for you guys, and we will try to create the next part. You can also write in the comment section that what are your questions, so I will try to make another video based on your questions as well. So thank you for watching. See you next time.